Welcome back to the series where I am doing a deep dive into the tools that we use all the time when we are digitally apparel patterning in Adobe Illustrator. Today's tools are the pen tool and the layers function. I am super excited about today. Hi, I'm Christina Hadley-Dyke Roosevelt and I love digitally apparel patterning. I love being able to take my sloper and find some garment that I saw at the store that might not have been quite the right size for me. And then I can actually create that garment in Adobe Illustrator, print it out, and make it super fast. While I'm digitally apparel patterning, I am moving through these key commands very quickly so that I don't have to be searching through those sidebars for those tools. Definitely grab my free useful charts and key commands from down in the description below. And let's talk about the pen tool and layers. So I'm bringing up Adobe Illustrator. And I've also brought up my half scale pattern. When we are digitally apparel patterning, a lot of times we're just using the pen tool like we would use our pencil tool on paper. It helps us provide those lines and figure out those design styles that we want. The key command for the pen tool is P. So if you hit your P and you wanted to do a new neckline here, that is like a sweetheart neckline. I got that going. I'm going to make that just a little bit lower. Not that it matters on my half scale. But now I have this new neckline. Now there's a few different ways that I can go about creating this, and we'll talk about those in a few later videos. However, my way that I love to do is I actually like to create a new layer. So I'm going to add a layer. And then I'm going to lock this original layer. This makes it so that my original pattern doesn't actually get altered. And if I ever want to go back to it, when like, say I've been working on this pattern and I'm not liking quite how it's wanting to go back, instead of having to go out to a full different artboard, I'm able to quickly bring up this artboard and have the original sloper already there. And just with the different layers, I could hide them, or I can make it go away and make it come back super fast. So I'm going to definitely lock the layer of that regular, and now I'm just going to trace it. So I'm going to hit my pen tool again, so P, and I am just going to trace around and hit every anchor point on this pattern piece. Now if you click and pull, that will give you a curved line that you don't have to go back in. And it looks like I curved it a little bit too much. But like I was saying in the last video of the direct select and the anchor points, so we're going to hit A, and we're going to move that right onto that line. And then we can manipulate these handles to right where we want it to be. Let's go out. There we go. And now we have our pattern and it's on a completely different layer. So what we can do is label this layer, double click, Sweetheart Front Bodice. Now if I wanted to change, so I'm going to lock that layer and go back to layer 2, which is the sky. And I'm going to change from a sweetheart neckline to a scooped neckline, because there's times where you will make a garment that you love, it fits you perfectly, and you have a new fabric that you want to try and make it out of. You just want it to be slightly different, so you just change up the neckline. You can use all the same pieces and just have to retrace this front, so you can go through and take the sweetheart neckline out, but still have that pattern, and then reprint just this front pattern, and you'll have a new garment that fits you amazingly. I love doing stuff like this, and when I pattern draft, I use the pen tool and the layers all the time, especially when I'm just kind of messing around, like thinking like, oh, well, what if I did this for this pattern or this for this pattern? And I want to have the different layers that I can kind of go back to and revert to and try something else out. I find it super, super helpful, and I hope you do too. Make sure to grab those key commands and useful charts so that you can get digitally apparel drafting in Adobe Illustrator super fast. I love it, and I know once you get into it, you will too. Definitely like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the other videos coming out for this series so that you can also learn all these different tools. And we will see you in another video.